At the end of the South Sea stands the starting point of the South Mountain Meridian, Joao Mountain. When the morning mist begins to wander around the mountainside, the true natives of Joao Mountain awaken. The stars are clawing at the ancient hall that has stood for 1,000 years. They resemble monkeys, yet possess white jade-like tails. Amber flames dance in their eye sockets. These spirit beasts, who understand human nature, will collectively howl before the rainy season arrives. The sound waves can shake down gold and jade fragments from the rock walls. The most astonishing thing is their blood. Legend has it that the emperor once caused a bloodbath here with the stars and could travel 800 miles a day. This Joao Mountain, which accumulates during the day, only reveals its true face when night falls. Whenever the ancient bridge of illusion and reality appears, countless silver white buds will tear through the night. Each petal is a solidified moonlight. These flowers only bloom in the dark night. When the purple stone reaches its brightest, even the jade buried deep underground will shine through with a blue hue under its illumination. Such miracles occur every night above Joao Mountain. Traveling east for 300 we arrive at Tanding Mountain, where the golden bloodline surges. Here, there is no ghostly mist of Joao Mountain. Instead, there are golden veins flowing through every rock. When the sun shines directly on the ridge, the entire peak shines brilliantly like melting golden branches. Even the swirling flies have to squint their eyes. The mountain is home to many white sources. Their fur is like snow. Their ears glow with a nitrogen whale hue. These monkeys have forelimbs stronger than their hind limbs, able to climb and sit on the ground. They can also walk upright, gathering wild fruits from the crevices of rocks. These white sources have a strict social structure. The young are raised communally until they are 5 years old. After that, the young will undergo 2.5 years of survival skill training, taught by senior members who impart hunting skills and hierarchical etiquette. Traveling northeast for 380 miles, we arrive at the most dangerous forbidden area recorded in the South Mountain Classics. This conical peak made of basalt is covered with honeycomb-like holes. Cold currents and poisonous gas spout from within. The so-called monsters here are actually mutated creatures born from extreme environments. The scales of these woodless lizards are infested with glowing fungi. They hunt flying birds by sensing changes. The streams in the mountains seem clear, but the master hesitates as the bone spines pierce through their skin to form an exoskeleton. When threatened, they can shoot out highly toxic quills. Deep within the words, the true death is lurking. The rich insects of Yuanyi Mountain are no ordinary poisonous snakes. The classic of mountains and seas refers to them as snakes. Forts in these creatures lie between snakes and lizards. They are entirely grayish-white. If their scales are covered with honeycomb-like indentations, they can silently glide along the rock walls. Crossing the death barrier of Yuanyi Mountain, The South Mountain Classics guide us 370 miles east to Niuyang Mountain. This mysterious wind of yin and yang is awakening and revealing its magnificence in the sea of clouds. At this moment, parting the 1,000-year-old morning mist of Niuyang Mountain. What you see is not a mythical harvest. The road mouse is measuring the folds of time with its shoulder. When it peers through the western creek, the water surface unfolds with tiny veins. And when it lowers its head to nibble on the guiding leaves, the tiger stripes on its nape move like living creatures. Those crimson and obsidian intertwined patterns are not static images, but magma boxes that rise and fall with its breath. Each line is inhaling and exhaling the spirit of the mountains. Look into its eyes. What flows in its pupils is not the fierce light of a beast, but the peace of an auspicious beast. Legend has it that during the Great Yu's flood there was a land turtle standing on the rocks, using its grave as a platform to guide the night navigation with floating tea and star fury. Look, the black turtle is swimming upstream. These creatures carrying heavenly books have the claws of a raptor, but their tails resemble those of venomous snakes. When they strike their claws against the turtle shell, what they produce is not aquatic sound, but the sound of axes splitting through the illusions of the world. Hunters have passed down for generations to monitor their fading cheapness, grounding them into powder that floats behind the ear, can track the hoofbeats from 1,000 miles away. Traveling south from Niuyang Mountain for 300 miles, we reach the base mountain recorded in the South Mountain Classics. Here, no grass or trees grow, but there are underground rivers everywhere. The entire mountain seems to be soaking in water like a bronze vessel. The exposed fish is slapping the shallow part with its snake-like tail. The bronze-colored scales are covered with cow head-like shapes as it slowly raises its front body. Two bat-like fleshy wings unfold from below its tears. This is not a fantasy. The fish body and cow hands recorded are now exposed to the morning light. This light penetrating the fawn is the dream emitted from the nostrils of the old cow when it is reborn. Traveling east for 400 miles, the air pressure is undergoing subtle changes. At the moment the granite mountain pierces through the clouds, even the flight paths of birds begin to become chaotic. Welcome to Dayuan Mountain, this vertical world that refuses to climb. "71 waterfalls wash the mountain body to a shine. In the moss-covered rock crevices, water snakes are spitting out apricots, testing the tremors in the air. And 300 meters above their heads, creatures are using their knife-like tongues to clean their claws. Notice the strange blessings on their spines. Their streamlined bodies possess the flexibility of females and the explosive power of males. The throat reveals dual characteristics with each swallowing motion. The male's bright sac and the female's mammary glands pulsate alternately beneath the fur. The ancient texts describe it as the mother of all. Behind these four characters is the truth that every muscle is enduring the tearing of yin and yang. Traveling 300 miles east, the earth begins to exude a sulfurous scent. The red sandstone of Jishan is being soaked by the morning mist. Swarms of fireflies suddenly extinguish collectively. This is the Boyi recorded in the Classic of Mountains and Seas. Under the seemingly fiery sun lies the survival code that overturns cognition. Notice that when it is gnawing on the moss, the two amber-colored eyeballs protruding from its shoulder blades are reflecting the movements of the entire forest. continue deeper into the forest. In the tangled ancient tombs of Jishan, the Changfu is living in a way that defies common sense. The Changfu bird resembles a chicken in shape, but it has 3 heads, 6 eyes, 6 legs, and 3 wings. It pushes evolution to an extreme that leaves one standing in awe. The mists of Jishan never dissipate. The 9 tails of Bo Yi lead into the abyss. The laughter of the Changfu sinks into the night. This mountain will forever keep its secrets. Traveling 300 miles east, the mist suddenly disperses. We arrive at the most legendary Qingku Mountain, recorded in the South Mountain Classics. The morning mist wraps around the reddish rock walls year-round, cutting the mountain into layers of shadows. Following the streams developed along the mountain, at the 4th waterfall, on the calcified terrace formed by the Russian water, we discovered the first series of scorpion-like footprints. The tracks of the crowned 9-tailed fox are 2 fingers deep. The tail tip leaves a liquid smear. On the moist moss, it is clearly visible. The 2-meter-long 9-tailed white fox crushes the frost flowers between the rocks. Amber-colored pupils emit 2 lines of scriptures. This is not the seductive creature of legends, but a masterpiece of survival from a top predator. 9 fluffy long tails sway alternately, both disrupting the line of sight of pursuers and serving as a warming platform in the snow. At this moment, traveling 350 as the miles northeast across the basalt plateau filled with meteorite craters, another sacred mountain is awakening. This is Jiuwai Mountain. The Fanshui River carries star fragments, glowing with a cold white luminescence under the moonlit night. The mountain god of the South Temple Classics has never been an ethereal legend, but the oldest guardian of this mountain range. Their forms are as agile as giant birds, with a luster like mysterious iron flowing on their wings. With dragon heads raised high, their horns like lightning pierce the sky. It seems that the winds and clouds of the entire southern wilderness. Their exterior is the intertwining of nature and divinity, the embodiment of chaos and order. With each flap of their wing, they create the oldest rhythm of the epic between heaven and earth.